Hey everybody, it's Annie from Wellington House, and I'm here to introduce you to a new feature on our custom digital transfers page. You can see by the icon, it is the Wellington House Designer. Now this feature is something that we think is going to be extremely helpful to you, our valued customer, and here's 3 reasons why. As opposed to using the standard upload artwork button, the Wellington House Designer will allow you to visualize and manipulate your artwork before placing your order. It will allow you to create a digital transfer using multiple images that you can upload at one time. And third, and most importantly, is that it will give you real-time pricing. So in the case that you just need a quote, instead of having to upload your artwork and wait for an artist to get back to you, you can use the Wellington House Designer to upload your design and get a price immediately. So let's hop into the designer and show you what it's all about. The first screen you'll see is a login page. There is a login required, so if this is your first time using the designer, you'll hit the sign up link and it'll be very quick and easy to just create a username and a password. I've done that already, so we're going to go ahead and click the login button. Now the first screen that you'll be looking at is the first step in creating your design, and that's selecting a material. You'll be shown all the materials that are available for a digital transfer, and if you're not sure which one you want to use or should use, you can use the helpful tabs here at the top, depending on the fabric that you're working with. So we have best for cotton, best for polyester, maybe you have a nylon garment, or let's say you have a sublimated polyester jersey. Now, by clicking on one of those tabs, it will narrow down the materials to show you not only what will adhere to your garment, but secondly, like in this case, this is showing us specific materials that are designed to block out that sublimated print from bleeding through your digital transfer. So for example, let's go with these options, and I'm going to choose the color print Sublathin. Once you click on the material image, then you'll go into the design window. Now the first thing you'll notice is a t-shirt in the background. This is for visual purposes only. Keep in mind that the t-shirt is a background only and will not be included with your order, just as your transfer will not be applied to a shirt. You will receive the transfer separately. But for visual representation, you do have options with the t-shirt. The first thing is the location. On the right-hand side here, you can choose where you intend to put your graphic. So right now it's on the front of the shirt and specifically the body or a full front. You can change that to be a right chest or a left chest, and you'll notice the highlighted field changes to show that specific field. There's also left sleeve and right sleeve and a left and right long sleeve. So the first thing we'll choose is that we want to be on the front of the shirt, and I'm going to go back to the body or the full front. The other option that you have pertaining to the shirt is on the left-hand side, you'll see these color swatches, and these are for the t-shirt. So if you want to change that just to make it more accurate to what your finished product will look like, feel free to do so. Also on the left-hand side, this is reflecting the product or material that you chose. If you made a mistake or want to change it, you can click on the Change Product button and do that. The drop down below there is just going to give you more information about the material that you chose. So it's going to tell you what it applies to, how to apply it, and other details. So now we're set with our basic settings. Let's go ahead and add a design. The first pop-up will be to select the type of design. Now this is pretty much pertaining to the material. So in a way, we've already done this. You can see the only option available to us is to add a digital transfer in premium material. Then we have the upload window. Now, what's a huge advantage with the Logo Designer is that when you upload something, it's going to save that. So you will have a library of previously used designs and images. So if you have, say, a team logo that you're ordering regularly, instead of having to upload that file each and every time, you can select it here and place your order. If not, if you're using a new image or design, you simply click the Upload Image button and choose the file on your computer and hit Upload. In this example, I'm going to go ahead and use one that I have already saved here. So I will click on that, gives me a brief summary of what it is, and hit Select Design. So now here's my image on the shirt. Now you'll see the software has automatically sized it to fit the full front or body of the t-shirt. The first thing that I see about my image is a problem, and that's the fact that it came in sideways. So there's two ways I can correct this. I can simply click this rotate tool and drag and rotate my image. Or if I want to make sure it's exact, I can go over here on the left-hand side where we have many tools for position and alignment. This one here is going to be your rotation. So I know that it came in sideways, so that means I need the image to be at 90 degrees. So now my image is the right orientation, but you'll notice that it's going against the boundaries here. And that means that it's being cropped or cut off. Anytime you move outside of that highlighted field, your image will be cropped or cut off. And that means that when you receive your order, it will be cut off as well. So please pay attention that it stays within that boundary box. Now, the other thing we want to pay attention to, since we're dealing with an image, we're dealing with quality and resolution. There's a helpful tool here at the top that says quality. You'll notice that there is a bar and it's also a certain color. Let's see what happens when we grab the corner of our image and drag it in size. See how that quality bar has now filled up and it is green. Now, if we drag the image to be larger, it starts changing color and it starts decreasing in size to the point that it turns basically red, and you'll see some errors here in the shaded boxes. Two things it's telling us now is that we have placed the image partially outside the decoration area and it will be cropped like we spoke of. And secondly, that this image has been resized to the point where it may appear blurred. So our quality is definitely not ideal, and that's not what we want. So I will drag and make this smaller, and now you can see I have a green bar, so I know that the quality is optimal. So the last thing I want to do, instead of just visualizing the size, I know that I want it to be a specific size. So I can click on this title bar here where it shows our dimensions, or I can also click over here on the left-hand side where you have the same thing. Once you click on that, it will give you a field where you can put in your own custom measurement. So now it's telling me that it's 10 inches tall by 7.5 wide. Now the last thing, which we talked about, is the most advantageous about this designer, is that I am given a price immediately. Now this is the price for one piece. So if you know that you're going to be ordering, let's say at least 50, enter that quantity and you'll see that price update automatically to show you the discounted price for ordering more copies of one image. So now I'm at $6.75 each, and then this is my total price. So if I'm ready to go at this point, I would simply click the buy button. Gives me a summary of my cart. You can either check out, or if you'd like, you can start a new design. Let's do that, and I'll show you a quick overview of some of the stock transfers that we have available. Again, we're at the default page with the blue t-shirt, and the selection is the body of the front. Let's change this to reflect a left chest, because that's the type of design I want to upload next. So the other thing we want to change, we're still with the color print sublithin material. Let's say my order is going on a basic t-shirt. I know I don't need to pay a premium price for this specialty material. So I'm going to click Change Product. I'll be given that material selection again, and I'm going to choose Color Print Easy. So now my material has changed, and also the location of the shirt has changed as well. So I want to change that again to left chest, and I'm going to hit Add Design. Again, it's kind of narrowed it down for you. We're doing a standard material, so we're going to add a digital transfer in a standard material. And this time, on the left-hand side of the upload window, you'll notice a tab, Stock Designs. Click on that. You'll be given a drop-down, and these are sports designs. So there's 3 pages here. You can go through and see the different options. But these are basic kind of generic sports transfers that you can choose and you can edit them. So let's choose one just to see how it works. Once you click on it, it'll give you a little zoomed up image of it. And if that's what you want to go with, you simply click Select Design. And because I chose the left chest area before I added the design, it's coming in at a generic left chest size. So you can see it's 3.76 inches tall by 3.65 inches wide. Now I can still change that. This is simply a suggested size. So you can still manipulate it by clicking and dragging the corners, or you can click on the size and put a specific measurement in. And you can also drag this around where you would imagine that it would be placed as well. The other features to the stock designs are that you can change the text. So this is somewhat hard to see, so let's use our zoom tool and zoom in. You can see it has the text football and it has the text tournament. So the fields that are going to be customizable are the ones that are already preset there. You can see here's on the left-hand side the word tournament. I can click Edit. And in that box, I can simply delete that word and add my own. Once I do that, I click Change Text. And you'll see it automatically does that for you. The other option, these are the colors included within that transfer. Once you click on one of those swatches, you'll be given a window where you can change that color. Now, please keep in mind the options are RGB or CMYK values. If you have a specific Pantone color that you are trying to match, you will need to add that to your order notes when you place the order so that Wellington House can make sure that once it's printed, those come out as closely as possible. So there you have it. Now, if we want to change our quantity, I know I need 100 of these. That's going to tell me that those will be $1.81 each. If I'm ready to buy, I simply click the buy button. Now we have a summary of our cart with 2 different logos, and if we're ready to check out, check out. Okay, so here's a summary of the contents of our shopping cart. One thing you may notice that we want to point out to you is under the options, it does list colors, and this one says black. You can see the other order says royal. These are talking about the color of the t-shirt. So basically, you don't have to pay attention to that at all. It has nothing to do with your transfer or your image. It is simply talking about the color of the t-shirt that you used for visual representation. So just wanted to note that for you. If you are ready to order, you can click the checkout button and begin the checkout process. Otherwise, you can continue shopping. So we gave you just a brief overview of what this designer is all about. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can call us at 800-234-4890, or you can email us at support@wellingtonhouse.com. We hope that this new tool will be a huge advantage for you. And if there's anything else we can do to improve the ordering process or the quoting process, please let us know. We are open to your suggestions.